22 Americans making their way home after being kidnapped by a cartel last week. They were on a trip with two others who were found dead yesterday, and now we're learning more about what happened when they were kidnapped and why they crossed the border in the first place. These folks from South Carolina, we should mention. Wake Up Charlotte's Drew Petrimo has more.
Ben, U.S. officials are vowing to hunt down those responsible for this attack, and they're promising to continue cracking down on the violent cartels wreaking havoc on both sides of the border. Two survivors back on American soil getting treatment after a vicious attack. The wife of a surviving victim speaking by phone with NBC News.
I didn't know anything until Sunday morning when the FBI came. Everything just seemed so surreal to me.
Family members say Latavia Washington McGee, seen here in an ambulance, was joined by a cousin, Shaeed Woodard, and friends Zindell Brown and Eric James Williams. They took the days-long trip from their homes in South Carolina to Mexico for a cosmetic medical procedure. The four crossed the border into Matamoros, Mexico on Friday. Shortly after, gunmen fired at their white minivan and loaded the victims into the bed of a pickup truck. U.S. officials confirming two of the victims died from the attack.
We're providing all appropriate assistance to them and their families. We extend our deepest condolences to the family and loved ones of the deceased.
Matamoros is in the Mexican state of Tamaulipas, the site of ongoing violence between warring factions of the Gulf drug cartel.
They have no respect for local law enforcement there, or there's collusion on the part of the law enforcement officials in Tamaulipas.
The DEA and the FBI are doing everything possible to dismantle and disrupt and ultimately prosecute the leaders of the cartels.
The wife of the injured survivor telling NBC News she spoke with her husband just before he went into surgery. Thankful he's alive, but heartbroken for the families of the victims who died. The governor of Tamaulipas says one man who was guarding the kidnapping victims has been arrested. They were found in a wooden home outside of Matamoros. Investigators say over the last several days they were moved to different locations to create confusion. Reporting from Washington, I'm Drew Petrimo. Wake Up Charlotte.